Hi, boys and girls. Well, today we're going to read a story about two friends that are polar opposite. And we know that opposites are things like light and dark, wet and dry, hot and cold. Well, these two friends live at the poles. They're polar opposite. Polar bear lives in the Arctic, the North Pole, at the top of the world. And penguin lives in the South Pole, the Antarctic, at the bottom of the world. And yet, they're both still friends. Let's find out about just how opposite they really are. And this story is written and illustrated by Eric Brooks. And here are our friends writing letters to each other when they are not living or visiting together. Polar opposites. And here they are, one at the top, one at the bottom, one in the Arctic, one in the Antarctic, one on the North Pole, one on the South Pole. So we really have got polar opposites. Oh, and here is our friend the stork that delivers the mail to each of the two friends so they can stay in contact. Writing letters is a good way to communicate and stay in contact with those that are not close to you. Alex is a big polar bear. Xena is a tiny penguin. So there we've seen an opposite already. Big, tiny. A and Z, opposite ends of the alphabet. And they're reading the letters that they wrote to each other that were delivered by the stork. Alex and Xena are polar opposites. They live on opposite sides of the world. North, south, east, west. Here's our equator, the widest part of the planet Earth, where the weather generally tends to be hotter. Alex lives in the Arctic. Xena lives in the Antarctic. I like the way they're showing us where they live. And I can already see another difference, another opposite thing, because Alex seems to have a lot of clutter in his house. Seems a bit messy, whereas Xena's is all in neat, tidy rows. So I'm thinking maybe messy and tidy. And I see a flat 2D map and a 3D globe, which happens to be a sphere. Alex is mostly white with some black. Xena is mostly black with some white. Alex is shaggy. Xena is smooth. A lot of opposites going on there. Polar opposites are different in so many ways. They both like talking on the phone. Looks like they're both booking tickets for a vacation. Looking at islands. Alex gets up late. Xena rises early. So Alex likes to get up late, but Xena likes to get up nice and early. Alex likes sour things. Xena likes sweet things. Alex is messy. Xena is neat. Alex is loud. Xena is quiet. Shh. Looks like they're getting ready to go somewhere. I see Alex putting some things in a trunk, and I see Xena putting some things in a suitcase. Alex's favorite clothes are bright. Woo. Zena's favorites are not. She looks like she has a lot of gray, muted colors. Alex pushes. Zena pulls. Beginning to think these two are going for a trip. Alex travels fast. Zena takes it slow. So we have two different forms of transportation here. We've got a jet plane, and we've got what looks like a cruise ship or part of a cruise ship going on here. Oh, yep, global boat cruise. Alex and Zena are very different, but even polar opposites can always meet in the middle. So they're meeting in the Galapagos Islands, which is on the equator. So one's come up from the south and one's come down from the north. And they're meeting in the middle. They're making sure that it's fair for both of them. Alex and Zena, Galapagos Islands, June 2010. Whoa, look at them. They're like swimming together, ice cream. Looks like they're sunbathing in the sun, but one's in the shade. We can tell from this picture, though, that they really are good friends, though. See you next year. So it seems like a trip that they take each year so they can get to see each other. What great friends, even though they are opposite kinds of people, they can find a way to get along. It's like Mr. Clapp, he likes a lot of salty food, like chips and everything that was salsa. And I happen to like things like cupcakes and ice cream. But we still get along, even though we like different foods. I want you to think of a friend and think of things that you like together, and then think of things where you might be opposite. And how do you get along when you find there are things that are opposite? Like one of you might like to do things really loudly, and the other one likes to do things quietly, but you still find a way to be friends together.